Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 01.01.2025. Happy New Year, folks. It's New Year's Day. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble Studios, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on X. And the start of a new year. And I'm an hour late. I'm not late. I just planned on being it here. Hey, Weaver, Bill, Happy New Year to you, my friend. Can't stay. Let me put this up. Coming in on YouTube. Weaver, Happy New Year, Rich. Can't stay, but we'll catch replay, sir. I will be in touch with you so we can catch up. Very good, sir. Glad to have you. The best to you, my friend, and former co-worker, as well as catch up. The best to you and your family. A Happy New Year. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and also Happy New Year. Bill Weaver coming in. Man, he comes in on you don't know when Bill Weaver's coming in. Glad to have you here, my friend. And yeah, do catch the replay. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And hey, we got Dr. Greg in. Dr. Gregory. Gregory, how you doing? Thank you for liking the thing and the reply there. Greatly play. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Glad to have you here. I hope everything's all well in Scotland. Have a great year and good morning. Have a year of good morning coffee. Yes, I do have. Thank you for reminding me. I got to say that. We do have the morning coffee. Thank you, Gregory. Gregor, I should say. Gregor, I call you Greg. Okay, you know, known you long enough. My friend over there in Scotland, well, if I ever make it over there, I actually have. I know I've known Greg for all the people that are watching here on what we're broadcasting into, and Rumble Studios broadcasting into Rumble, of course, locals, YouTube, Twitch, and X Live. And how many people we have on X Live? Because that number doesn't come up. Let me see. Let me get that number first. Sometimes it's 0, sometimes it's 1, and in this case, it's a flat 0. So, but we also have 3 people on Rumble. Rumble rocks. Thank you for those folks over on Rumble. We got 1 person on locals, 1 person on YouTube. That's the Weave guy, Bill Weaver. Thanks again, Bill. Man, you just made my day, man. And also Gregor's there. And there's Thammer coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Oh, you know who I'm talking to when I say Gregory? Okay, doctor. Especially when you got the doctor in front of it, right? There's only one doctor in the house. That's Dr. Greg, Dr. Gregory. Thammer coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Good morning, my friend, and best wishes to you and your family in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And let's see, first... what's that? First drinks on me if you make it across the pond to the Highlands. We'll have to fight over that. No, I'll accept that. I'll accept the hospitality. It's a great and there's also I just got to make note. I'm not going to say his name, but there's another individual I play PUBG Battlegrounds who lives over in Scotland. Gregor. I'm not sure where in Scotland. He's out in the. I don't think he's up in the Highlands where you. I think you've shown me where you've lived on the map there a long time ago. So you're in the Highlands, but he's a good PUBG Battlegrounds. We were playing yesterday, and he's an Englishman in Scotland, to be correct, but he loves Scotland and stuff like that. So he's a good dude, and I will take you up on that first round of drinks. Of course, you're going to let me get the second round, right? So that would be great if I ever make it. Me and the missus ever make it to Scotland, that would be great. You know, as far as I've got two. I know 2 individuals that are in the Scotland, which is part of the UK. But I raised my hand up there, and but we're getting our day started here, folks, and What's this? Performance issue alert. The tab is using is okay. That's just a thing there. We'll dismiss that. But we're getting our day started here. We're getting our brand new year started and stuff like that. So I hope everybody had a safe bringing in the new year. I was in bed at 10:15. I could not stay up. I was watching something. The missus went to bed. We watched. Well, we had our whiskey. I made whiskey sours last night, and they were good. Ooh, were they good? I don't usually. I don't. I. The last time I made a mixed drink, I was single, and it was a Coke in one hand and a bottle of Jack Daniels, and I just went woo, dumped the Coke in, or no, dumped the Jack Daniels in first. Of course, you get half a glass, and then jumped the Coke. That was my extent of making. We made some whiskey sours with the lemon and the sugar syrup or whatever, and Crown Royal. Not to advertise Crown Royal, but we each had a whiskey sour made last night. They were tasty. That first sip is like, I used to drink that back in the day. And then I had a beer. I had a beer later and stuff. As far as before I went to bed at 10. Then I woke up at 12:15, and then I posted. We're into the new year, so I posted over there on X, a Happy New Year, and let's have a great 2025 year, which I hope we all do. I wish all well as far as we go into the new year, as far as that goes, and it's always starting afresh. I think it's going to be a great year. Last year wasn't all that. It was good. I'm not saying it was a bummer, and there was some, just like any year, you're going to have some ups and downs and stuff. It was an okay year. I think ever since I retired, every year is a good year. This is I'm finishing up my second year of being retired, and as far as that goes. And let's see, Dr. Greg. I started the evening with plan of seeing the bells, got to 11, and your missus had gone to bed. I raised a whiskey early and then went to bed. So we're on the same page almost. You went to bed about an hour after. Well, no, if it was 11 o'clock there, that means it was 6 o'clock here. We're just finishing dinner. With the time difference there we have, and so we had pizza last night. It was good pizza and cheesecake. We finished the cheesecake last night. And so we had a good day yesterday as far as every day's a relaxing day. Running a little late this morning. I wasn't going to rush around. I did wake up at 12:15, and then next thing I know, I got a cat up on the things looking at me and like, are you going to go? Are you going to feed us? 6 o'clock. I looked at this. Okay, I'll get to the broadcast in another hour and stuff. But I normally start around 6 o'clock. I try to between 5:45 and 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I will be doing that. And I will probably be doing Let's Talk Football tonight because we're in the last week of football as far as that goes. I was looking at that. I got to catch up on my notes. I'm behind on my notes on that. But we had a good day yesterday. We had some good weather. We went for a walk. It was very nice and pleasant, and hopefully it'll hold until later because let me see. I think we have. Do we have an advisory, weather advisory? Yeah, we do. We have a wind advisory this morning that popped up, and let's see. The wind advisory. When was that issued? That was issued this morning at 3:41 a.m. by the National Weather Service. While wind advisory is in effect from 1 p.m. this afternoon to 1 p.m. tomorrow. So west winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, which we've had 15 to 20, but the big thing is the gusts. We're going to have gusts expected to 40 to 50 miles per hour. And it's just starting to get daylight out there, and the trees are moving. The trees are moving slightly, so it's probably about 20 miles per hour. Portions of central New York and northeast Pennsylvania from 1 p.m. this afternoon to 1 p.m. tomorrow. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects and tree limbs. That's the big thing, the tree limbs. The tree limbs, if they come crashing down, we lose power. And so I got to get some gas for the generator, I guess. What the hell is that up there for? I thought I took care of that. There we go. Okay. Don't like the comments up there. But currently, it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 5 degrees Celsius here in the southern tier of upstate New York, starting today. It says we're going to have rain changing to snow showers for the afternoon, high of 42, winds out of the west 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 80%. Let me open the. Oh, the neighbors. I wish I could show. I don't want to show my neighbor's house, their next door neighbor's house. I got a little respect for their privacy and stuff, but they have their Christmas lights on, and no, man, the Christmas lights they're beautiful. Okay, they got a beautiful. They got a big ass tree in their house too. I know that. If that's taking up that window, that side window, it's got how high do you think that tree is?
Oh, that's gotta be at least 6 feet, I would say.
I was thinking more like 7 or 8 feet.
Maybe
7 or 8 feet tall. It's and the
that's
you think that's not you think that's an artificial?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's just the tree lights. They look so pretty. And let's see. Yeah, and it does look windy out there. Yeah, a little bit. It's cloudy. The sun's starting to rise. Sun will be rising this morning at 7:34 and 7:15. So that's in about 19 minutes. So that's why we're getting a little dusk. It's starting to sit. It's cloudy out. Looks like there's a little fog up on the hillsides, and such. So. But let's see. So we should have a fairly, I don't know. It's going to be a wet day. Let's see. Yeah, we got light rain until about later this afternoon, and then some snow showers. But let's see where the temperatures at. The temperatures are at 39, 38. So I think high up in the mountains, in the hills and the back hills and stuff, they'll get snow. We'll probably get a lot of rain. I don't think because the temperatures, it usually has to get below 32 where I'm at as far as that goes. And going back, you said fair deal on the drinks. Yeah, fair deal there, Greg. Fair deal. That's good. That would be a good visit. You know, I it's always great to meet somebody that you've met online and you have a good rapport and over the years and stuff like that. So that's always a good thing. It's always a good thing, and I do appreciate the friendship there, Greg, as well as all the others here that are in the chat and as far as that goes. And would like to recognize also that we are repurposing the broadcast. We're going to continue with that this year. I think I started doing that just before November, and then went full bore in November as far as the audio portion of this broadcast. So I want to right out of the gate here in the beginning here, right out of the gate, we're 16 minutes into the broadcast. Say thank you for those people that are listening to the audio pod that's posted up afterwards. The audio portion of this broadcast on Spotify for creators. Greatly appreciate that, and we're going to continue doing that. I think that's a good mix in with the repertoire of broadcasts that we do this during the course of the week, along with the audio podcasts on Spotify for creators Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we're going to have some rain, and we'll see what happens. So what's our world times and temperatures starting in Honolulu, Hawaii? At 2:17 a.m., 73 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies, little clearing. Phoenix, Arizona, clear skies at 5:17 currently, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago at 6:18 a.m., cloudy skies, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in New York City, the jungle at 7:18 a.m., 7:18 a.m. here in the southern tier of upstate New York. It is cloudy skies over there in or down there in New York City. and actually warmer than we are by about 5 degrees. Across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean to Cork, Ireland. In Cork, it is 12:18 p.m. Cloudy skies with a little sun peeking through, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italia, Italy, at 11:18 p. or no 1 p.m. 1:18 p.m. It's raining in Milan, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And Thamer says, how many years since the Twitch podcast? What's this, Thamer? What are you saying here? Let's see. Let's post this up from Twitch. How many years since the Twitch podcast? 2 years? The Twitch podcast. Well, I don't call it the audio. You know, I'm multicasting there, Thamer. So I just called the audio from the broadcast. So the how many years since the Twitch broadcast? 2 years. Well, I just started it doing from the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday broadcast. I just started. Actually, it was back in October I started, but I've been doing it every day, or after every broadcast now. I don't think I really did it before October, but the actual Fireman Rich audio podcast I've been doing a long time. I've been doing that for a long. The podcast I've been doing it longer than 2 years. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we got the Wandering Aussie coming in from Australia, down under. Hey, how we doing? Good day to you, mate. Happy New Year, and from down under, and Happy New Year to you guys. You're already getting ready to go. You're already finished in the first day, if time wise there. But no, Thamer, it's two separate. The Fireman Rich audio podcast is separate than the live stream. The live stream, I just added it to the audio side on Spotify for creators, and I call that an audio pod. Okay. But the podcast I've been doing for a number of years. I've been doing that. It goes back to when Spotify for creators was that. Before it was Spotify creators, it was Spotify for podcasters, and then it was Anchor. I've been doing podcasts on Anchor for a number of years now. And the Wandering Australian says, first day already done and dusted here. You guys need to catch. Yeah, we need to catch up. We're always catching up there. I meant this morning stream on Twitch. Oh, I've only been doing it since October. Then to answer that question, I don't really call it an audio podcast or podcast. I call it an audio pod. You could say it's a podcast, I guess. This is tomato. But I've been uploading it since October, and then November when it was audio, NaPodPoMo National Audio Podcasting. I included the Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live streaming. I took the audio, and you can upload it on Spotify for creators. That's the old Anchor app. That's all you can do is upload it. You can't do much more with the app unless, other than I could look at my own podcast and my own audio that's on there. I like to say audio because it's all inclusive, boom, audio. But there is a difference. The podcast is Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the audio pods are Monday, Wednesday. And so, there's Jack. Does he have to go to the bathroom? Okay, let me take a little break here, folks, and we'll finish up with the world times and temperatures. I got to take care of Jack here for a moment. So I'll be... I gotta get him to the cat box here before he decides to go pee outside the cat box. We'll be right back. we're back. We are back. Okay, let's see. We are back here, and let's see what do we got in the live chat here. And we'll be right back after this short cat comfort break. There we go. That's what it's a cat comfort break. I like that. I like that, Greg. That's good, man. You're right on the money. You're right on the money. Yeah, he just jumped. He jumped out twice. So I think the missus said he's more concerned about. You got milk in your oatmeal, or you're just having cereal?
I'm just having cereal.
Oh, okay. That's why there's milk out. That's why he thinks he's going to get a little bit of milk. So we're back. That's a good one, Greg. Let me pin that. Yes, we are back from our short cat comfort break. I liked it. That's a good one. I'm going to have to make a sign. Short cat comfort break. Just like I do with this. We'll be right back. But put cat comfort. I like that, Greg. I'm going to work on that. That's a good one. Yeah, Jack, he gets sidetracked. He's an older cat and stuff like that. And the other cats, he's a little skittish when the other cats are around and stuff like that. Okay, continuing with our world times and temperature. Let's see we have Thamer here. So Thamer out there in the you give him some milk? Okay. Thamer is out there in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where in Riyadh this morning at 3:25 p.m. in their afternoon, it's sunny and clear, 64 degrees, a cool 64. Riyadh usually, in summertime, they had some hellacious 100+ degree temperatures there, Fahrenheit. Swinging over to Kuala Lumpur at 8:25 p.m. Clear skies, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Tokyo, Japan at 9:25 p.m. in their evening. Clear skies, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Down on the great country and the great continent and great country of Australia. Great friends and allies to the United States, which we do appreciate there. Wandering Aussie, we do appreciate you all down there. I know I do. I've crossed paths with you back in the day with them Aussies, and that's still a great memory of associating with those individuals that were from down under. They're great individuals. In Melbourne, Australia, 11:26 p.m., almost finishing the first day of the 2025 year. It is cloudy and clear in Melbourne, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And over to the east of Sydney, Australia at 11:26 p.m. in their late evening, finishing the day there, almost the first day of the year. 75 degrees with cloudy and a little clearing, but mostly cloudy for the most part. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. Let's see. We do have a thought for the day, and this comes from a great gentleman. Let's see. Let me get the bio on him. I forgot to put that up here. What kind of coffee is this? Are we back to the regular coffee?
Not yet.
Oh, wow. We still have.
We might have almost another.
This is not a commercial break. Full disclosure, I am just showing what kind of coffee we're drinking this morning, and it's this coffee right here. 1775. We don't have a read campaign. We don't do any. What do we have to do for a read campaign now? They have any in it? There's nothing in the queue. Huh. Okay, maybe they just continue that. It got to the point where we had to do something like 30. We were doing all right when we had 10 to 15. We were getting the people in here, especially the Rumble folks. But this is a Rumble product. As you can see down here, it says Rumble. And this is a coffee. This coffee is really good. This is my favorite coffee right here, Death Wish. We can get this in the grocery store. I splurged. I ended up getting a bag of it. The thing is, shipping was $8 for this. It's Christmas. It's a Christmas thing. I think that's going to be part of my Christmas tradition. Get a bag of. I got to try that Black Rifle though. That Black Rifle is supposed to be pretty good. But Death Wish coffee is my favorite. And but 1775, man, it's right there. It's great coffee. So we still have some of this left, huh? Okay. Yeah. Oh, we got another pot.
Maybe a half a pot.
Another half a pot left in the. Yeah. Yeah, so I got a bag of that just before the Christmas holidays and stuff like that. Um, and it's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, let's see. Our thought for the day comes from a great. This is probably one of the world's greatest individuals, I would say. He's probably in anybody's top 10 and even top 5 lists of individuals. Oh, what the hell? Let's see. What do we have here? We got to go to this one here. And that is Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi. He is, I think, after Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, Mahatma Gandhi is my third guy that I would love to meet. No, let's see. Yeah, he would be higher than Ronald Reagan, I guess. But he's number 3 after Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, the two presidents that the 2 greatest presidents we had here in these United States. Mahatma Gandhi, though, was an Indian from the country India, a lawyer, anti-colonist, colonial nationalist, political elite ethicist, yeah. Employed, here's the key word, he employed nonviolence resistance to lead to the successful campaign for India independence from British rule. He inspired movements of civil rights and freedom. So he is the icon, I think, for me, on freedom, civil rights and freedom movements and stuff like that. It's nonviolent. That's the amazing thing. The movie Gandhi, if you haven't seen it, it's an older movie, but it really portrays this man that was here on this earth and really touched people worldwide. And his quote and our thought for the day, the first thought for the day for the year 2025 goes as follows. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Wow. Especially dirty feet. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. And what is the meaning of that? Well, I think it's pretty evident what it is. You're not going to allow anyone plant negative thoughts into your head to where they stick there and you ponder on them and you stew over them, and so you don't give anybody any room in your head with the bullshit that you're trying to project. Okay, we all have our core beliefs and stuff like that, but there's always people that are going to be resistance to our hopefully the core beliefs are on the good side. Okay, I'm a person of good. I'm a simple man, so in this world there's good and bad. Okay, yes, there is a gray area and stuff like that in some cases, but it's either good or bad, and I am on the side of good, and I always will be. I always have been in my life, and I'm at a particular point in my life that I emphasize that. So I do not let anybody muddle my mind with their dirty feet, meaning those people that are trying to just say I'm wrong and all that stuff. I say, no, I think I'm a person. I'm a good person. I'm a kind person. I try and do what I can do. Can I do more? Yeah, we all could do more as far as that goes. And that's where it stands. Let's see. Greg says, if there's one thing we should do this year, it's follow that advice. Wise word. Yes, that is wise word. Mahatma Gandhi, he has a whole bunch of wise words, Gregory. You're right on there. Spot on, my friend. And I like this one because it's like, don't, these people that cut you down for what you believe in and stuff like that, this is like, well, are you right? Are you really right? Or just there's just a disagreement and stuff. But I think this is more or less those nasty people out there. Don't let them get in your mind as far as to linger on and stuff. And I used to, do that as far as worry about that. I don't worry about that anymore. If you're not a good person, you're not a kind person, and you don't look kindly upon your fellow human being on this earth. Um, and I'm going to put this, you know, I'm not going to really put you. I'm not really. How can I put this? I'm not going to really give you any space in my head. I guess at least that's what the saying is there. So I'm not gonna entertain what you're saying and stuff like that because basically I'll call you out on bullshit. And I look back on my life, and there's sometimes I've spilled out the bullshit, and so I've looked in a mirror. I've looked. I always say this in my particular time right now in my life. I look in the mirror. Okay, I know I don't agree with people don't agree with me. I don't agree with them. We agree that we disagree. I wish them well and stuff like that. But sometimes you just got to let go of people that they're just spewing out bullshit, and I don't want to be around those people anymore. It's just they got an agenda. They want to plant there, or else they just think they're better than you are, or something like that. And it's like, no, nobody's better than any other person on this earth. Okay, we're all equal. It's across the board and stuff like that. We're human beings. So to take one thing aspect to put it above the other, and they try planting that in your head. So I think these are, again, what Greg said, wise words from Mahatma Gandhi. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. I'm not going to take the negativism. If you're negative and you constantly negative, see you later. I don't have time for it. Not even going to entertain it. You're just as bad. You're just as bad as the people that I make sex. They come into the chat here, and I press 6 times on the click for Twitch at least, and they're blocked and banned. I don't want to waste. I'm not wasting my time, and we don't have that much. We do not have time to waste. So my life is. I'm not going to waste my time with bullshit people. So I like that. This very wise words, and I could spend the next hour talking about it too, but I don't want to inject any type of negatives. Okay, let's get that out of the way. All right. Thank you, Mahatma Gandhi. God bless and Godspeed, sir. Oh, I forgot to plug these in, or else we're going to have a power run out on our Surface 3, where I got my outline tabs and my older than dirt iPad mini. Okay, let's see. The National Day today. Let's see what we have for a National Day. And Weaver says spot on. There we go, Weave. You know what I'm talking about, right? And me and Weaver, we worked together years back, and we know those negative people as far as that goes. 6 clicks. Gregory goes, 6 clicks, and you're out of the sticks. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think it's 6. It's 5 or 6 on the and I laugh at it. The people the bots that come in, okay, but I haven't, I have had, we as a broadcaster, you can expect this, I guess. I don't lose any sleep over it. People attack you that they're trying to just discourage you, and or else people that come in and they try and change the subject. No, I'm not gonna. You're trying to take over my mind. No, you're out of here. I welcome you. You can have a little conversation here, but when you try and take over a broadcast, no, that does not go. Let's see. Our National Day today. Let's move on to the National Day. Today is January 1st. We have National Hangover Day. I think I don't know. Here in the United States, I saw an interesting statistics here was it yesterday or the day before? Close to 65 to 70% of people stay home. They don't go out. But they had 1 million people down in Times Square last night. I don't know if I'd want to be one of those people, because once you're in, they're very limited on the bathrooms, I guess. So the going joke is you got to wear a diaper to be down there. But there's 1 million people I'm not into that. maybe back in my younger day, but today is can it be? Yeah, if you're hungover, I'm not hung. I just had what 2 drinks last night. We got National Bloody Mary. That'll help your hangover. But we're gonna go with today is New Year's Day. That's the national day. That's the world day. It's New Year's. It's a new day. Nearly the entire world recognizes New Year's Day on January 1st. It's also one of the most celebrated holidays of the year. Hashtag New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Celebrations will began on on the Pacific, out in the Pacific Ocean, with Somalia celebrating the New Year before the rest of the world. The last stroke of midnight will occur in midnight in the Pacific near Baker Island, which is halfway between Hawaii and Australia. So that's the last, and we're probably coming up on that if we didn't pass that already. Let's see, what's the time in Australia right now? Um, oh, we're already through. They already went through their midnight, so yeah, they got 20 more minutes for this New Year's Day over there. So, but the traditions, there's ways of celebrating, and the tradition. Me and Mrs. We don't do that because she was already in bed. But the kiss at midnight, the one person you hope to keep kissing the rest of the year, and of course that's going to be the Mrs. Kiss, make no noise. Well, I don't like making noise, but I live in a quiet neighborhood, so I'm thankful for that. Over there in Holland, they toast to the new year with spiced wine, and in England, or was it wassail in England, or champagne in the United States? Well, we had not bloody, we had whiskey sours. Me and the missus hoist up our whiskey sours. Resolutions are not a modern tradition. I don't believe in the resolutions. I just my ongoing resolution is to be a better person, and that encompasses being kinder and not stand on my soapbox preaching, I guess, which I have a habit of doing. If you've been here long enough, you know that. Just, oh, there goes Rich again. He's off. um, but use hashtag. This is the hashtag. I know the folks in the folks that are listening on Spotify for creators, they can't see. I'm putting my 2 fingers from each hand together in like a hashtag. That's the number sign. Hashtag New Year's Day to post on. So I forgot to do that on my post, but anyway, it's today is New Year's Day as far as that goes. And yesterday, the last day was a Tuesday, which it was the ever other Tuesday. So we did do the Tioga radio show over there on Mixcloud for the 31 December 2024. I will be continuing to do that. We had some great. I present 8 songs, and yesterday's lineup we had Aerosmith with The Other Side, Queen. Now this is an old Queen song. I don't remember listening to A Kind of Magic. That's a pretty good song. Queen's A Kind of Magic. And we had Buck Cherry with Hellbound. Jelly Roll. We saw him last night. We didn't see him perform last night on the TV. Great American country artist that he can sing. He's had his song Halfway to Hell. And then The Police, one of my favorite groups. Probably one of my favorite group after Kansas, I think. No, it's Kansas, the Cars, and then it's The Police with Sting. With Synchronicity too. That's a good song. And then Rush, Fly By Night. AC/DC with Highway to Hell. And it was almost, I used hell in the thing. It was almost like it was a theme. No, it wasn't. It's just they're good songs. And then Ozzy Osbourne's all-time classic, No More Tears. So coming into this new year, I guess that song for me says, I'm no more tears. I'm going to have a great 2025, and I hope everybody else has a great But that's over on my Mixcloud channel, mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. That's the newer channel. There's a link in the description box of the previous episodes that I've made on another. Well, it's another Mixcloud channel, the original Mixcloud channel, but it's the link to it. I think I have Fireman Rich, but I never used. I used my real name on the. I do. I think I do have a Fireman Rich account there on that channel too. Let's see. We're at 43, going on the 45 minutes. Let's go ahead. We do have. They cranked up the. What is it? The 100 years ago with Roger Luther. Let's on Fox 40, the local radio station or local TV station here, Fox affiliate in Vestal, New York. Let's go ahead and set that up. What do we have here? Let's see. I got to stop the ticker take, and let's go down here to present 100 years ago. Here we go. Let's see. There we go. Okay, there we go. And let me shut my camera down, and we'll get this cranking here.
100 years ago today, plans are being made to celebrate the arrival of 1925 at midnight tomorrow night. Several churches will be holding watch night services, and dinner dances will be held at the Arlington and Bennett hotels to welcome in the new year. The new golf course at the Vestal Hills Country Club is practically completed, and it was learned today that there are now plans to build a new golf course at Oquaga Lake near Deposit. There's been another sighting of the mysterious Peeping Tom. Early this morning, the man was seen looking into the windows of homes on High Street. And finally, the historic Exchange Hotel in Montrose, Pennsylvania was totally destroyed by fire early this morning. The structure was built in the early 1800s and was one of the oldest landmarks in Susquehanna County. That was the news 100 years ago.
What's with this, the Peeping Tom? We never had any, we had no indication before we have a Peeping Tom in Binghamton on High Street. Now, this is 100 years ago as of December 30th. So this is from this past Monday. And then they had a big fire there in Montrose, Pennsylvania, totally destroying a fire and stuff. And as far as that goes. So that's what the history was 100 years ago. As of Monday. And Greg says, any of those golf? Yeah, they're still around. The Vestal one, that's still yeah, that's still a golf course at was it Vestal Hills? That's one of the premier golf clubs. I'm not sure about the one in Ozenaga Lake. I think that's still there. We have a golf course that I walk on that's been here for a number of years, not as long as I think it's been around since the 60s, I think. But yeah, Vestal Hills Country Club golf course, that's still in full swing. Yeah, they love their golf around here as far as that goes. And I don't golf myself. I walk on the golf course. We have a golf course that's like a minute walk down the side street here. And we do about a 21 to 25 minute walk. We walked last week when it snowed, just before. Well, it was right after Christmas. The snow, it was still around. There's no snow out there now, is there, Jack? Jack is looking. What are you seeing, Jack? How you doing, buddy? How we doing, buddy? It's Jackie Jack, our resident cat there. Yeah, there's. I don't golf, but there's a golf club. I mean, probably back here, like less than a minute walk down the road. The end of the road. That's my neighbor lives down there. I play chess every Friday and stuff. We usually during this past summer last year because we're in the new year. We started playing chess out on his gazebo that looks out into the golf course. He's the back nine. He has a view of the back nine. Very picturesque and stuff like that. Really nice. But walking out there is nice too. Now the walks now, there's nobody out there. It's really quiet. I call it a diamond in the rough for the village here. That we have a golf course right within the village. It's very, very neat. as far as that goes. So yeah, I don't know. Do you golf, Greg? You're a doctor, so you got to have golf clubs, right? I'm just saying. That was a growing up. A doctor's always going out to go to the golf course. So, oh, let's see here. Um, let's see the rest of history. That's for today. We have. Let's see the. And let's see, Gregory. I have golf clubs. Hardly use them though. I've got golf clubs too. They're my in-laws. I got their clubs, and the missus tried selling them at a yard sale, and I don't think they sold, so they stayed in the garage.
No, we didn't. You wouldn't let me sell them.
Oh, that's right. I wouldn't let them because they were her parents, and there's certain things I attach. I have a bad habit of attaching sentimental things to items, and I don't want to get rid of them and stuff. Let's see. On this day in 1808, the importation of slaves into the United States was banned in 1808. But it wasn't until 1863, which would be 40, or no, it would be 37 years later, President Abraham Lincoln, my favorite president, signed the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing slaves in U.S. Confederate rebel states, and led to new attention about slavery. It's one of the items, benchmarks that ended that black mark on American history. It was, and on the world too. The United States was not the only country that had slaves and stuff, but other countries did, and even when they freed. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Stand by for a minute. Let's count, okay? Let us count here. We have 1. That's 1. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I misclicked. No, 5. Okay, 6. It's 6 clicks. We just had somebody there. Let's see. Continuing with the history here. Let's see. UN ceasefire orders in Kashmir back in 1949 between India and Pakistan. So Pakistan at one time was part of India, but they separated. Let's see. Independence. Following countries gained independence: the Republic of Sudan, 1956, Cameroon, 1960, Western Somalia, 1962, and the Sultanate of Bahrain, 1984. On this day in 2000, the year 2000, remember that when we changed the fear of Y2K computer bugs caused none of the problems predicted to arise with the new millennium date. I was working at IBM and I had to go in. It was on New Year's Day. I had to go in. And what it was, I was on the test floor at IBM in Endicott. That's the birthplace. And the week prior, they were talking like, we're going to have all these systems because everything's connected. And we're connected more to the internet now than we were back in 2000, 25 years later. But back in 2000, we came the week prior. They said we need these people, and I was one of the people, and we had to go in. We had certain systems we had to check, and I was in electrical tests, so I had to test it. I had to check the test machine, certain computer systems, and I was given a whole checklist of what I had to do. So we got there, and there's a big breakfast spread and all that. So we sat there, and we sat on our asses for 4 hours overtime. Nothing happened. It's just like, oh, the computers are still going. Nothing stopped. I remembered that back in 2000. And here's something that's prevalent even last night. Norwegian 19-year-old Magnus Carlsen became the youngest grandmaster ever to top the world ranks in 2010. His name, I was watching him play yesterday. He was down in New York City. They were holding the World Chess Blitz Championship. And there was something that happened. It's speed chess. Okay. And I've been following this guy now for like the last year, more so now since since this summer, getting back into chess. So that was back in 2010. So he was 19, 29. So he's 34 years old now. He's old by chess standards. But he is somebody that let me bring up my Twitter feed. I want to bring this up. I did post about him. They had the tournament yesterday, and something shocking happened. I'm not sure if this is going to come in as far as audio wise, but we'll see. Hey, good morning, Tina. Tina, our Jersey girl. Good morning. I know I'm running late, and I slept in this morning, starting the New Year's off right. But this is a posting I did on the International Chess Federation, because they had to. I just got up to. Oh, you did? Okay. Happy New Year, Tina. Happy New Year. But they had the chess tournament yesterday, and it culminated with the final game. And they play like 6 games or something like that. But they kept on going back and forth, tying and stuff like that. And same to you. Thank you, Tina. So this happened just 12 hours ago. Magnus was playing this other guy. What's his name? Ion Napo. They're both friends. They're both friends. And what this is showing right here in this tweet, or this posting right here, is Magnus suggesting, hey, we can't keep on doing this. We're just going to, they're stalemating. So let's see what he says. This is Magnus right here.
Would you agree to give him first? Sure. Like that.
At 1855.
You can also go to zero. Yeah, but.
And what they're discussing it's like, this is after they've already played their regular games against each other, and they're tied. So they played 4 tiebreakers, and they still tied. Okay, they went back and forth. And I guess Magnus is the individual on the right, and the person he's playing against, he's a good friend. They're good friends, and they were born the same year. Okay, so he's suggesting there, what do you think about us becoming dual champions? And he says, yeah, okay, why don't we check that out? Well, it was what is it? It was just maybe a few minutes later that they had to get the permission from the International Chess Federation, and also FIDA, which is the host of the company, or the let's see, I'm gonna bring this one up. FIDA there, you can see, and here's their the result.
You're taking them out to the first conference. You're taking them out to the first conference.
So I think that's a great way to start. Magnus, a lot of people have him as he's sort of conceited and stuff like that, but the FIDA, FIDA, which is the FIDE, that's the Federation Internet, something to do with chess there. But this was the World Rapid and Blitz Chess Championships down for 2024 down there in New York City. Magnus has been an 8-time champion, so he's a 9-time champion. His friend there he says, I could keep on going back and forth and back. He wanted to share it with his friend, the championship. So this is his friend's first championship. And I think so. Let's see. Gregory, Tina says, I watched on your X feed. So nice. Yeah. And then Greg says, there is only so much chess even world champions can take. Yes. And it was very sportsmanship. Yes. This, I think, just to start out the new year, because I think this surprised a lot of people. They're saying, and I think the question was before they made the decision, said, can they do that? There was nothing in the rules. So they had to sign a piece of paper saying they will share dual championships. And you can see they're obviously both happy. And I think that was great sportsmanship, like Gregory said. So I wanted to. I'm into the chess, so I'm watching Magnus on YouTube, as far as that goes. So I watched a good portion of this tournament over the weekend, coming into the final day yesterday. Keeping tabs on it, and it was pretty neat stuff. So it was back in 2010. That's when Magnus Carlsen became the youngest chess grandmaster ever to top the world, and he's been going strong ever since. I think that's a mark of a great champion. Now, let's share the championship. Of course, you would never have that in a Super Bowl. Chess is a little bit different. Chess is a little bit more civil, I guess, and stuff like that. So my hat's off to Magnus as far as that goes. Let's see. Continuing on with our world history. Let's see what we got. Again, the proclamation, Emancipation Proclamation was signed by Abraham Lincoln. Let's see. In 1818, Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein, or The Modern Phenomenon, was first published in London when Shirley was 20 years old. The story of Frankenstein was born in 1818. And in 1892, the Ellis Island immigrants there in Staten Island in New York formally opened processing 700 million immigrants, processing legally 700 million, nearly 700, I think that's million. 700, oh no, it's 700, nearly 700 immigrants for the first day. Nearly 12, okay, it was 700 for the first day, but it was nearly 12 million immigrants when it ultimately passed through the station, and it was closed back in 1954. That was an entry port where we had people coming into the United States legally, and that issue is going to be addressed and taken care of this year, especially with those bad gangs there. We need to keep them out of the country. And that's about it for the history here. And we're right at 1 hour. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. I need to refresh my coffee here. Let's see. With the chess, I might have to broadcast. I play chess on chess.com. And I'm going to have to, I won't broadcast at my Friday game, but I'm going to probably have to, let's see, Gregory's got a comment up here. What's Gregory? Gregory says, got to head off for the moment. Chat. Okay, Greg, you have a great day. The best to your missus there and stuff. Have a great day, my friend. Thank you for being here, too. Dr. Gregory coming in from Scotland. He honors us. Yeah, he's a good guy. Good kid. But we're going to take a little bit of break here, I guess, as far as that goes. So I got to get some more coffee. You got your coffee, Tina? Are you still there? I don't know if Hal's broadcasting. I know he's not on the YouTube. Jim figured he is. But he was on yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday or Monday? Not yet. He's not on. Oh, so he's sleeping in also. Okay. Well, that's the thing to do. We'll be back to the regular scheduled Friday and stuff like that as we're working towards the weekend now. We started a new year. We're working towards the end of the year, but in the meantime, we're working towards the weekend stuff. All right, folks, I'm going to take a little bit of a break and refresh my coffee here. And I will be back in a couple minutes as Tina's laughing. Get you got your. I hope you have your coffee, Tina. You don't, go get it, girl. I'll be right back, folks. We're back. We're back. Just rushing around. We're back with the extra second cup of coffee here, I should say. And let's see, what do we have when we? Oh, that tastes good. 1775 coffee is the best, other than Death Wish coffee. Let's see. I did get a new desk calendar. It's not the white kind; it's a brown. But the missus got me that. I got to get a new wall calendar. I still have December. I gotta go out and purchase one. I guess the one I usually. Who is this from? This is from. Oh, Tri-Town. That's the insurance company. It's one of theirs. Okay, they got various companies there. They send you these calendars and stuff like that. So, okay, so we're back for the second portion of the fire. Oh wow, that says Friday. It's not Friday. Oh my God, I screwed up the. Let me see. I screwed up the title. I'm just noticing that. Oh damn it. Can I change that real quick? Damn it, I can't. You're back, and I never got coffee. Yeah, yeah. Okay, go get your coffee. I'm just noticing. I thought I had. It's not Friday. It's Wednesday. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we'll have to change that. How come I changed that to? It should be Wednesday. Okay, let's change this. Let's see. Can I change this? I hate that when it happens. Let's see, channel. Let's change that. Okay, we changed it there. We can't change it on YouTube until we do the post. Let's see, do we have it on the, yep, we had it on the, damn it. It should be Wednesday. Okay. Oh, we can change that. Let's just change it on the, okay, it's on the Facebook, it's Wednesday. What the hell happened? Oh, you know what? Let's see. Okay, it's Wednesday on the posting. It's just on the Twitter and the. Okay, so we're okay because on Facebook it says Wednesday. Okay, so we don't have to do the. It should be. Let me see if that changed. Okay, that changed to Wednesday, and then over there on Rumble. Yeah, it changed to Wednesday. Okay, so and our live. I wonder if I can change it. I wonder if I can change it on the YouTube here. Let's check it out. Let's check. Go to the live page. Hey, Big Juice, Steve, coming in on the second half of the Wednesday morning coffee. It's not Friday yet. I don't know how I got Friday in there. I got gotta get back on track here. Got to get back on track. Let's see. View my account. I heard you got liquored up last night and missed the ball. No, I went to bed early. That's why I missed the ball drop. If you want to say liquored up, I only had one. I had a whiskey sour and a beer. That's liquored up? Okay. I don't think so. Let's see. Let's see. Can I change this? Liquored up. Tina say good morning to Steve. Steve, okay, I'm going to have to change that. We'll change that when we come back. Okay. All right, I'm not going to. We're moving on. No, I wasn't liquored up. I was thinking. I tell you, we had. I was thinking about a second whiskey sour. It was pretty good. I haven't had whiskey sour in a long time. I usually drink a double shot of whiskey every once in a great while. Sip it. I don't down the stuff anymore. No, I do down. I guess. Yeah, I guess there's some sake over there. I do shots of sake once in a great while. That's when I'm home. No, I did get liquored up last night. But I tell you, that whiskey sour was very, very tasty. Even the missus was impressed, I guess. And it's not that much. All it is a half ounce of whiskey. Good whiskey. Now I use Crown Royal. That's a pretty good whiskey. A half ounce of lemon, a half ounce of sugar water, and you mix it in there. Freaking fantastic. It takes the bite out of the whiskey. I think the lemon and stuff like that. It's good. It was tasty. I sipped that, and it's about a shot and a half. Well, I put 2 shots in our drink, so we had 2 shots of whiskey last night, and then I had a beer afterwards after the whiskey sour. So it's okay, Rich. New Year's only comes once a year. Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with it. I just normally over the years since I've been married, we may have a bottle of wine or champagne, but for the most part, I'm a beer guy. I'll have a beer. I'll toast up a long neck of whatever I'm drinking beer wise and bring in the new year. But last night we just I ended up getting a bottle of Crown Royal for Christmas. So it was pretty tasty last night. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it and stuff. But back in the day, every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night when I went out when I was single, it was whiskey sour. I mean, when I was stationed up at Hanscom Field, if we couldn't get tickets to the Boston Celtics, we'd go down to Cambridge to a ground round, and they were famous for their pitchers of whiskey sours. We would go through like 2-3 pitchers of whiskey sours among the 4 or 5 of us that went there to watch the game. And I tried. Let's see. Big Juice says I tried so hard to stay up and watch the ball drop. I missed it 1 hour, so I just went to. Yeah, I went to bed too. I went to bed at 10:15, just to wake up at 12:15, just missing the ball mark, and then Gregory, Dr. Greg, who was here earlier, he said he went to bed. So it's just like the ball drop isn't as exciting as it used to be. I did watch some of the TV. We watched some of the entertainers on the TV last night. That was pretty interesting. I don't usually sit down for those type of shows. I'll make an exception for New Year's. And Mrs. Lake said we're watching the Nashville Christmas, New Year's Eve Christmas party there on CBS, and they had some good artists there as far as that goes, and some good music, some very good music and stuff. So we had a pleasant evening, even though we called it early and stuff like that. So I think the whiskey sound put the missus under. It's just like, well, we're in bed early anyway. We're old people now, so I don't make any bones about that. Let's see. We finished the history. Basketball. Let's see, NBA basketball action. Let's see what's going on with that. Since Monday night, the Knicks won against the Wizards, and Cavaliers beat the Warriors. Wow, Cavaliers are just hey, Big Juice, your Cleveland Cavaliers, man. They're eating it up, man. In the East, Celtics are 5 games now behind the Cleveland. Cleveland's the real deal. I got to see if I can watch them. When they're on, I got to watch them see who they're. I don't even know who's on Cleveland right now, as far as that goes. So Cleveland won last night against the Warriors, 113-95. Or that was Monday night. Okay, and then Tuesday, we have the Celtics. They beat the Raptors 125-71. Good. Cavaliers beat the Lakers 122-110. Again, Cavaliers, going to have to start watching them. They're doing better than those Browns, right? And let's see. Tonight, we're going to have the Nets go against the Raptors at 7:30. The Jazz play the Knicks. And looks like the Cavs and Celtics are off tonight. So that's what we got for baseball. Football, this past weekend of football was sort of flat. I really couldn't get into the football for week 17. I think it was the one game I was keyed in on, that I'm always keyed in on, is the Buffalo Bills. They beat the Jets. They killed the Jets 40-14. I will be having, it might only be 30 to 45 minutes. So it'll be just the picks tonight. I got to see if I'm going to work on the charts today. I'll have the numbers leading up to week 17 on the win losses and stuff for this game. I don't even know how I did this week. I wasn't even following it. So there wasn't any real, I had them on, but I didn't watch them. But next week or tomorrow night starts the last week 18 of 18. We got the Browns playing the Ravens tomorrow. Big Juice, you think the Browns can beat the Ravens in Baltimore? I'm going to probably pick the Ravens. And then Saturday, we got game Saturday. Got the Bengals and Steelers. That's going to be a good game. Well, can the Steelers bounce back from their loss to the Ravens? And then that's the only game. That's Saturday night. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's no Thursday night game. It's a Saturday night game, January 4th. Okay, so the Browns and Ravens on Saturday at 4:30, and then at 8 o'clock, it'll be the Bengals and Steelers. There's no Thursday night game. Now, here's a true fan. This is a true fan. Well, I always cheer for the Browns, but win or lose, they're done. Yeah, that you're a good fan there, Steve. You are a dedicated fan. You're a better fan than those New York Jet fans, I guess. No, you only wish the best for your team. I want the Jets to win, but they suck this year, just like the Giants. Thank God for the Bills. And Steve says thank you. You're welcome. No, I like the Browns. The Browns is a good team. I like the Browns. I'd like to see them beat the Ravens. You never know, right? I don't know. No, Ravens they're on all cylinders there with Lamar Jackson. But there's no Thursday night games. Those are the 2 Saturday night games. And then Sunday we have the Panthers against the Falcons. That's a do-nothing game. Texans and Titans. another do nothing game. Eagles and Giants, I may watch that because that's a divisional rivalry. Eagles will win that game easily, I think, against the Giants. That's down in Philly. Jaguars and Colts. Colts were surprisingly, they lost last week. I don't know. Jaguars could take that. Here's another one I may watch. This is another 1 o'clock game. These are the 1 o'clock games. Commanders and Cowboys. I can see the Commanders beating up on the Cowboys. That's down in Dallas, though. And then another one Sunday at 1 o'clock. Bears and Packers. That can always be a good one, but Packers will win that one. And let's see, Sunday at 1 o'clock. Saints and Buccaneers. Ooh, I don't know. I could see the Buccaneers. That's in Tampa Bay. Buccaneers winning that one. Bills and Patriots at 1 o'clock. Of course, the Bills. They're up there in New England. Let's see. Big Juice says, "Did you get my Cavs message? Where did you send it?" I'm looking. How did you send the Cavs message? I haven't seen anything that dinged off as far as. Did you send it? What Cavs message? In chat here. Oh, I missed it. Okay, thank you, Steve. Let me get this up here. Yeah, Cavs aren't playing around this. Oh, yeah, they are playing around. Oh, wow. But it's Cleveland, and we all happen, and we all want all what happens in the playoffs. Yeah, there we go. But it's Cleveland. Yeah, it's Cleveland. Yeah. Okay. We all know Cleveland, and we all know what happens in the playoffs. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the Cavs? I don't know. The Cavs, I don't know. What players are on the Cavaliers? That's the thing. That's when they're in first place, and I don't know squat about who the players are in Cleveland. So I got to catch them when they're on the TV and stuff like that. So I'm sorry I missed that comment there. Okay, yeah, I'm caught up. Okay, I'm caught up on the comments. So let's see. Continuing with the games, the 4 o'clock games, we got Cleveland or Chargers and Raiders. I could see the Chargers winning that one. 49ers and Cardinals, both two teams, too little, too late, especially the 49ers. I'll probably end up picking the Cardinals, maybe. I like the Cardinals. And let's see. Big Juice says, Rich, I have no clue. I went to a game last year and had no clue who was really. They're doing something this year. They're first ahead of the Celtics by 5 games. They were playing pretty good ball last year, if I remember right, the Cleveland Cavaliers, as far as that goes. So, and that's with no LeBron James there, or whatever his name is. Let's see, Chiefs and Broncos. That should be a pretty good game at 4:25 on Sunday. I'll probably pick the Broncos because I want the Chiefs to lose. Seahawks and Rams. That's another good game. There's some good matchups here, divisional. Rams will probably win that. Dolphins and Jets. That's a classic game. My kid brother, when he was still alive, he worked for the Veterans American Veterans Paralyzed Association, and he was able to go to their games, whether they were up here in New York or even he'd fly down to when he was working for that organization back in the day. He got a chance to go down to see he loved the Miami Dolphins, my kid brother. So the Dolphins, they definitely will trounce on the Jets. My kid brother, who he used to be, he was a Marine. God bless him. Godspeed there. Let's see. Big Juice talking about some football here. Let's see. You know what I think the Browns are doing? Waiting for their new stadium to be built. Get a good quarterback, and then they finally win the Super Bowls. There you go. That sounds like what they're doing up in Buffalo. They got a good quarterback. They're getting a new stadium. Well, let's get the third one. Let's get a Super Bowl. That's what the Buffalo Bills are doing. I like that analogy there, Big Juice. And then the last game, the last game of the 2024-25 season will be the Vikings and Lions. That should be a good game. Vikings they had a good Monday night game against the 49ers. Thought the 49ers were going to win that game, but they pulled it out 40-34 on Monday night. So there we have. We're entering the last week of football. And of course, Sunday morning at 10:30, we have our good friend Tony D. I always got to give him a good friend. My brother, veteran, good friend, and fellow broadcaster, Tony D at Tony Tone 163. He's the host of Belt Kings Fantasy Football. I think that might be the last, because I think it's the last week for playoffs. And on the broadcast also is our good friend Michael Bathurst at Michael Bathurst. I'm surprised he's not on this morning. He's on the panel, and I'm on there also. It's in its third season. And we go from 10:30 to 12, and then at 12 o'clock, they weren't there this past weekend, but I'm sure they'll be on. It's the Nonsensical Network with Unnecessary Roughness with Glick and the gang. That they talk about college football. Of course, you got the bowl games going on. I'm not sure what's going on with the bowl games. But for week 18, the last week, and we'll be doing Let's Talk Football tonight. Let's see. There's the logo. Let's Talk Football. That's what we're going to be doing tonight, as far as that goes. At around 7 o'clock, between 7 and 7:30, we'll be doing Let's Talk Football, NFL football for week 18, the last week. And I think that'll be my last broadcast for football. I missed last week because it was Christmas. I could say today's New Year's Day, but no, I'll go ahead and I'm going to broadcast tonight, at least for 30 to 45 minutes there to get the picks in. And let's see. Oh, Happy New Year to you, Jane. Thank you very much. Jane, coming in from Long Island, the artist. Glad to have you here, Jane. And we have Sheikha coming in on YouTube. Happy New Year to you, Sheikil. Thank you very much. Glad to have you here. Starting the new year off right. You're coming into the Wednesday morning coffee broadcast here. Thank you very much. Glad to have you here. I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve. I hope you had a great Christmas and holidays. As far as that goes, greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. And a happy New Year to you, Jane and Sheikha. Not sure where are you from, Sheikha? And Tina saying Happy New Year to Richard. He's still promoting Rich. Let's see, Tina saying Happy New Year to Jane on the Twitch side, and Big Juice. He's still pushing that. I got liquored up last night. Yeah. Oh, you had good times with the family. That's always good. Yeah, that's good. We had a full house for Christmas. We had family here for Christmas Day, and but we had sort of an empty house there. And then Jane says same to you, Tina, from Jane up on the board. And then Sheikha says thank you. Thank you so much. You're more than welcome, Sheikha. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Stuff like that. We're just in the second hour here. The folks that are watching, these are folks that especially Jane. I've known Jane for a while. We play PUBG Battlegrounds. I've been playing PUBG's Battleground. Jane, you should come join us. I'm getting better because of a certain player I'm playing with now. We've been playing on a regular basis. He's also I don't want to mention his name here, Jane. You know who I'm talking about. He's the gentleman from Scotland. Haven't played in a while. Yeah, we're playing some pretty good games. We're acting. We're doing the duos and we're acting as a team, and we are playing some good games. I'm actually getting some actual kills. I'm being taught. Because that individual knows he usually racks up about 5 or 6 kills each game. He's good. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? I don't want to. I thought about broadcasting it, but I have more fun just and I don't want to mention his name. He probably would have no problem with it, but yeah, he is a great guy. Yeah, a very good. It's always fun. We were on for a couple hours yesterday. We usually go on right around 11 o'clock Eastern, 10:30, 11 o'clock. I don't like. There's sometimes he'll get on and he'll DM me like at 7 o'clock, and I'm that's late for him. I know he does. He's a night owl. He says, but we've been playing some good games and stuff. It's I'm really enjoying that. I mean, it kept me from playing my other games. So, but PUBG Battleground, folks, that's the game I'm playing. It's a fun game. It's a riot trying to. We do a lot of hot drops now, Jane. We just go right. Not too bad of hot drops, but you know the one map with the lodge, we always go to the lodge, and when on Erangel, we always go to Pikachu. I call it Pikachu City, in the center of the map. I need to get a new. It's become apparent. I'm going to be looking for a new gaming mouse, and I got to get a new. This works all right, and then our friend Jane, he helped me with my settings. My settings are better. Oh my God, I can see the people now. Because he'll be saying, "Oh, he's over there. Go to the right. Go to the right." And I'm looking like, "Where the frick is he looking at?" But I zoomed in my because I've got a Nvidia graphics card, so he was helping me with that. So it's a fun game. It's very fun, exciting game. We usually do about in a couple hours. We do maybe 10 games. I think that's more than enough and stuff. We may be going up on there today, so you know, it's just I know you're busy with family and stuff like that, because I thought about DMing you as far as that goes, but we're on the Discord. We still use the Discord, so if you're on the Discord, just you're more than welcome. I guess you have to tell me about the graphic settings. You know, our friend, he knows the graphic settings. I'm still playing around with it. I'm not now that knowledgeable on the graphic settings, but you want to make sure your game settings, you know, for the screen is the same in your graphics card. So I had it on a lower setting, and it wasn't the same setting that I had for the game. I had it like 19 something 1080p, and the for the game, or no, for the graphics card, and it was lower on for the graphics card, so I had to keep them equal and stuff. And I just playing around. There's other settings there, so that's what makes it exciting. It's we're acting as a team because we're going to, you know, that's the thing. You know how we would go, everybody would go every which. You can't play like that. We're at another level. We're at the level we're playing as a team. I'm telling him where I'm at. I'm covering him. He goes down. I'm not halfway across the map like we have some individuals that do that. I say, "Oh, you got to come and rescue me." You look at the map. You're on the other side of the freaking map. I'll be dead by the time we get there. But we stay in close proximity of each other and stuff like that. So it's fun. And let's see. Jane says, "Okay, my guy's been using Office, so I can't play." Oh yeah. I know your situation with the thing and stuff, but you know, if you're more than welcome to come in on the Discord if you see us on the Discord. You know, usually it's our friend there over in Scotland that he initiates the Discord. So even if you come in, that's just a chit chat. You're more than welcome. I know he'd love to have you there as far as that goes. And but it's fun stuff, very fun stuff, and I'm enjoying. I'm going to continue to enjoy that with just like I enjoy my chess game every Friday. I get my asses whacked. Big Juice, join Rich's clan. Free liquor. There you go with the liquor again, Big Juice. Full disclosure, I am not an alcoholic. I don't drink I don't have any alcohol in the coffee, but that's an idea though, huh? It's New Year's Day. I could put it now. The Italians used to do that when I worked with them over in at Aviano Air Base. I was there twice. The Italians, the chief looked he told us, just look the other way. They just put a shot in right there on an Air Force base. They're taking a shot in their coffee. A grappa. Yeah, they put the grappa. It would lighten. It would really highlight the coffee in the morning. No, usually we didn't do our drink until we got off duty, and we went to what was the place? We went to Anna's Bar. Was in Avion. I don't think it's still there. It was Anna's Bar, and then also my first time there, we'd always go to Anna's Bar. It was right there, and it was off the beaten path, down away from the base, so we could still be in uniform. So when I was there the first time in 78 to 80, you weren't allowed to be in fatigue uniforms off base. Well, we got off that morning. We're going to Anna's Bar, and we'd have our cappuccino. I was drinking cappuccino then. I didn't get into the coffee doppios until I went there the second time. From 87 to 87 to 91. I went over there with the missus after we got married. And the tradition still was there. When you get off duty, we went to Tussi's Bar when I was there the second time. And Tussi's no longer with us. He's a great guy. He took care of the firefighters. But I started drinking coffee doppios, and then we crack open the vino, or we have a couple beers or something like that for celebrations and stuff like that. So I can remember some good New Year's Eve parties over there in Abbey, especially the basic ones in the barracks. Oh, the first load of wash is done. I've got towels to do today, I guess. Let's see. Jane says Doppio Macchiato Lugo for me. Doppio Macchiato Lugo for me. What is that? A Doppio Moch. I'm putting that in the Google. I want to find out what that is, Jane. What is that? That's got to. Oh, it's a double express. Oh, you got
macchiato.
Oh, okay. The missus knows what that is. She came right over. She wanted to look to see what I was putting up there.
I heard you trying to say macchiato,
She likes that too, Jane. She remembers the cappuccino. We used to go. There's this place, and it's still there in Aviano. It's called Stradella's. We used to go there. She loved that place. Yeah, she saw lots of life. I made it every morning. Oh, you made your own. Okay, yeah, yeah. It's a double espresso. You never did the doppio, though, did you? Oh, anyway, she's out in the back room in there and stuff. But yeah, we used to go to Stradella's there. The apartment we had right there in downtown Aviano, we could walk to Stradella's. That was great. My second time there was great because I had somebody to share it with the missus and stuff. And it was the first time she'd been out of the United States. She went to Canada, if that's called traveling overseas. First time overseas for her at Aviano and the province of Pordenone. And it was good times and stuff like that. We had some good. I can remember some good New Year's Eve parties, even when we were over there. Big Juice says, Rich, did you eat sauerkraut and pork last night? No. We had pizza last night. The missus made up some pizza, and we had some cheesecake. And afterwards, I had some cheese and crackers with my whiskey sour, and I had some cashews. I had a handful of cashews last night before going to bed, too. So that was my New Year's Eve evening there. Watched a little bit of the CBS Nashville New Year's Eve show, as far as that goes. So, and then again, there was a stat out there: 70 to 75% of the people here in the United States stayed at home. Oh, you had Red Lobster? Ooh, I would love it. The missus doesn't like. Oh, I got to tell you about a gift we got. Speaking of food. Santa Claus, we finally caught up with the times. The missus has an air fryer now. It's called, what's it called? A Ninja air fryer. And it makes French fries really, really good. Even the broccoli, it tastes better air fried. Oh my God. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, let's see. I do have some articles. If I can get to them. Let's see. I had one I wanted. This came out the other day. This is on WBNG. Let me see if I bring this up. And this is an important thing because we're in the new year, and I posted this up on my X feed, and it says what is concerning why you should never click on a link that says your package is delayed. You know, you get those emails and those text messages of of um, of you got a delayed message. So here we got some information we need to pass out to you. Don't click on those links. Okay, so this is going to be my service, um, public service announcement, I guess, to you folks out there, concerning this. This is some pretty interesting stuff because I've received these type of emails and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I don't have the one kicker is I'm looking and say, what package? I didn't order anything. And I go to the missus, did you order anything? She says, no. So this is from Channel 12 News, WBNG. And let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's see. Oh yeah, I always get a text. Your package has been. Yeah, you might want to pay attention to this, Steve. Okay, this is important stuff. This is, and here's the article right here. As far as it's a very good article. Why you should never click on a link that says your package is delayed. Don't click on that link. And this is some pretty interesting stuff. So let's go ahead and get to this and see what he has to say.
Yep, I clicked on the link, and to my surprise, it was from my Amazon driver with an update and a request to turn on the lights if it's dark. How sweet. Aww. My point is that you need to look carefully at the text because some of the fake delivery texts look like the real ones. Look at this example, because package scams love posing as the U.S. Postal Service. It starts with an apology. Whoa! Scam alert! The real post office does not apologize, at least not in a text, and if it did, we are certain they would capitalize USPS. Regards is the other dead giveaway. Who says regards?
See you later, guys. Regards.
But here's an example I thought was real. It has the post office logo and a link to update your address. But look at this ridiculous link and the sender's information. I clicked on the link, and it took me to a new page requesting my address. I filled it in, but on the next page, it wanted my credit card information for a $3 redelivery fee. But the scammers made a dumb mistake. Scroll down, because they added a link to the real post office website at the bottom. We clicked on that link, and when we entered the tracking number they provided, we got an alert that said, tracking number used in scams. And here's the takeaway. If you get a delivery text that requests any personal information or threatens to suspend the delivery or wants payment to reschedule a delivery you know nothing about, it's a scam.
It's a scam. I found that really interesting, folks, as far as that goes. It's and I get those. I've had those, and it's like I click and I've seen the where it says UPS is always capitalized. It's not, and it's the links are. So don't click the link that it's presenting to you, because then it's you're going to have problems with your especially it's asking for money. It's like, give me a break. So I thought that was important to present here and stuff like that. And so, Steve, you got those, so be careful, my friend. Be careful. I mean, I always know if I got something coming in, and usually if it's from Amazon, I go through the Amazon site to verify where it's at and stuff like that. If I get a text message saying, they don't have my phone number. My phone number on my Samsung A23 5G Android track phone. It's a track phone. The only people that have that number is the missus, my family, there's a few friends, and my dentist. That's it. I don't use that. If I'm going to call somebody, I still have a landline. So that's my goal. I block a number of calls, scams that come in. We get the answer machine. If you leave an answer, I'm going to probably phone you back and stuff like that. But I very rarely call anybody outside my circle of contacts on my cell phone. I mean, if anything, and let's see. Tina says, I get those too. I watch he catches them and shows you. Oh yeah, okay. He's on X and IG, yeah, on TikTok. Yeah. So I'd be a little leery of TikTok. I don't know. I'm not a fan of TikTok again, especially after last week. I tried doing the live stream on TikTok. It's not my forte. No, I don't. I'll stick with Rumble Studios. Rumble Studios is the best. I don't need if those people over on TikTok want to come over here, that's fine. But I'm not going over to TikTok. I'm not jumping through that hoop. But you got to be careful as far as where you're at on and as far as being on these interwebs, as far as that goes. So I thought that was a pretty good article. And let's see, Big Juice. He says, I never put a credit card on anything anywhere else. I'm 100% sure. Yeah, and that's a thing. It's just like, it's unless it's real. Unless it's real. Yeah, and for me, the real thing, I know I either go, Amazon, you stay within the Amazon ecosystem and stuff like that. If I get a text message, well, first of all, the first thing the red flag that goes up, I'm thinking, how did they get my phone number? I didn't give them my phone number. So that's the red flag. And then the second one, as soon as I open up, I don't click the link, but in the text, it'll have the thing. You could tell it's a scam. But there's people that still fall for those. So you need to spread the word. Don't succumb to those. As far as the U.S. Postal Service asking for my credit card number, get out of here. They're not going to do that. I know people in the post office. I tell them that, they laugh and says, "Oh, you guys scammed." If you do that, I don't do that. Okay, so all right, let's see. Let's see what else we have here. Let's go on Fox 40. Let's go. What are we doing for time? Actually, let's see. Oh, we're at an hour 40 minutes. So let's go through the news and see what we have here. On Fox 40. What do we have? Anything of interest there? Let's see. Big Juice. That's a good scam, though. Hey, I got a message. My package has been delayed. Oh, let's look at this. Nope, don't do it. Yep, that's it. I got a package delayed. I didn't order anything. And if somebody send me a package, well, you need to go to them, not me. Let's see. Because it's New Year's, they say, according to Fox 40, local liquor stores see sale boost ahead of New Year's Eve. Let's go ahead. This came out. This was a couple days ago, but it'll give you a chance to see what the liquor stores look like up here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Here we go.
Bring in the new year with a drink of their choice, whether that be champagne, wine, or some other form of liquor. And for the non-drinkers, a nice glass of sparkling cider or juice. Some of the busiest times of the year for beverage centers and liquor stores is around the end of the year holiday season.
There's always an increase in sales, just traffic in general through the store this time of year. The week of Christmas is great. The week of New Year's Eve also, we'll start to see a pickup, this afternoon and tomorrow. Lots of sparkling wines, champagnes, things like that, Prosecco's, bubbles.
On average, a typical bubbly beverage can run anywhere from $10 to $20, with some of the more high-end spirits ranging anywhere from $50 to over $100. And there's another drink that's seen a rise in popularity over the years.
We've seen quite an increase in canned cocktails, pre-made cocktails, things like that, 8-packs and 4-packs of different things that for sure in the years past were not so popular. I think it's the convenience of those for sure.
Sabato says when it comes to hosting, keep it simple when picking out your beverages.
Don't make it too complicated. Get 1 or 2 things and that's it. Make a signature cocktail. You don't need to have 5 different items for all these different people. Get 1 or 2 things. Make sure you have a couple bubbles on hand and you'll be all set.
Most importantly, drink responsibly and never get behind the wheel if you're under the influence.
And that's the key. You don't want to get behind the wheel if you're drinking, of course. That's simple. Scam. It's a scam. Yeah, right. As far as I think, if you look in this particular video, I saw Crown Royal Peach. in the Crown Royal there as far as that goes. That's pretty good stuff there. As far as I did go to the liquor store there. Yes, Rich, no drinking and driving now. Yeah, they don't drink and drive. Stay home. I had my cocktail last night for the year, I guess. Though on Christmas Day, the missus did make up for for her and the family members. Was it cranberry juice and vodka? I passed on that. I stuck with my beer, and I think I stuck with the beer. But last night we had the whiskey sours. They were pretty good. So so that and just Christmas going into New Year's, there's always going to be an increase as far as sales as far as that goes. So that's an interesting article. Let's see. Let's see. It's channel 40. What about channel 12? Let's check channel 12. And I'm not seeing anything. Oh, okay. Here we go. I've talked about how I've worked at IBM. Well, they're starting to do the demolishing of the largest demolishing project begins at the former IBM buildings. This is the birthplace of IBM. And go ahead and bring it up here. And this was on WBNG here, the 31st, which was yesterday. Let's see what this one has to say. This is where I used to work at in IBM. This is one of the many buildings that are there in Endicott that these are the old original buildings that you're going to see in this film clip.
Thank you, Howard. The largest demolition project in Broome County kicked off at the former IBM buildings in Endicott. The buildings were constructed in 1941, and there's hope the project is a step towards unlocking a vast economic potential for the village. So Mrs. Benjamin Hodel has more.
These buildings hold a deep connection to Endicott's identity. For decades, they represented innovation, hard work, and a thriving community that shaped the world of technology.
As Tuesday marks the end of 2024, in Endicott, it will mark the end of the IBM buildings. The demolition is supported by $6 million in funding from New York State and $2 million in funding from Broome County through the American Rescue Plan Act.
Today, as the demolition begins, we are not erasing the past. Instead, we are creating space for the future.
What sets this demolition project apart is its dual focus on progress and preservation.
This structure has stood as an iconic reminder of our proud heritage, a symbol of innovation, hard work, and community spirit that has defined Endicott for generations. Establishing a shovel-ready site here will provide the foundation for new business, new jobs, and new dreams.
Now, the demolition is expected to be completed within the next 5 months. Officials say traffic patterns in the surrounding areas will not be affected by the project. Future plans for the property are unknown at this time, but for now, in Endicott, Benjamin Hodel, 12 News, Broome County.
And the building in the background, you can see off to the left of the building that they're demolishing. Across the street, there's a building there. You can see right behind the pickup truck there. That's the clock building. That's the original IBM building. That's still standing. That's a historical building. But these buildings over here, they were built back during 1940s during World War II. There was a lot of activity out of the Endicott plant. And I worked in those buildings. You see, there's 3 stories and a lot of laboratories as far as that goes. And I worked there for 9 years before I went to what I call the day job, which I'm not going to mention where I worked at for 17 years. If IBM was still there, I would have worked there until I retired, as far as that goes, because my father had worked at that plant, and I worked there. Like I said, with 7 of the 9 years was for IBM, and then I went to IBM pulled out, and there was a company that came in, and I worked as a contractor there. But that's the birthplace, that location right there. That's the birthplace of IBM in Endicott. A lot of people don't realize that, IBM being a big worldwide company now. They're more services related, but what they manufactured there was electronic circuit boards They could be little chips. I mean, the chip that's in the one of the Nintendo products, a little square, the Nintendo Cube. Okay, the chip carrier came out of the plant there in Endicott. I remember doing testing on those type of chips. There were millions of those chips that we'd make them there at Endicott, then we'd send them up to Burlington, Vermont, the IBM plant up there, and that's where they actually put the chip on for Nintendo and stuff. And then there was circuit boards for Sun Systems. Sun Systems, it seemed like the first, when I got on electrical test, the majority of the product that I tested was for Sun Systems. And then there was these big boards that were called a QDS board. They were just the raw board was like close to $1 million, $500,000 to $750,000. Once they populated it, the price went up exponentially as far as that goes. And these were multi-layer boards. I mean, some of these boards, these circuit boards, the technology that came out, they had 15 layers that was circuit board in between and stuff. And that it's just like it was a real eye-opening learning experience there, working at IBM. So I really feel my father. You know, he's before when I got out of the service and before he passed away, he knew I was working there at Endicott, and he was. I always say this: he was more proud of that than he was proud of me being in the service, but he just thought that was great, and he even said I had a job until I retired and stuff. But he passed away. It was shortly after, a year later after I started there in August of '97, and I'm glad he wasn't around because I don't think he would have took the fact that IBM sold the plant there. He retired downstate in Sterling Forest in central. Where is it? Sterling Forest, New York, downstate. There's an IBM plant down there he worked at and stuff. So I'm really proud that I was an IBMer. I'm an IBMer as far as for at least 7 of the 9 years I worked at that plant. And then I moved down to the road at another plant where I was gainfully employed for 17 years, which turned out to be really good. Someday I'll talk about that. I don't feel comfortable talking about it because it has some implications as far as that goes, and I don't want to go into deep. Not that I have a non-disclosure, just out of the proper thing to do. I'm not going to talk about it and stuff. It was a very interesting work that I did do following up as far as that goes. So there's the thing on the IBM buildings. Let's see what else we got on WB&G. It doesn't look too bad. We might be able to get a walk in. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Oh, let's see. Okay, so we got that there. We got 100 years ago. Let's see, what else we got in the local news here? Nothing there. Let's see, nothing on my hometown news, which is WEBO. What's on WENY or WNBF? Anything on WNBF? I didn't see this last night, but I guess this is a story on WNBF. They had the let me bring that up a little bit here. Yeah, they had I guess it was cloudy last night, so I wasn't able to see this last night. But supposedly, if it was clear, you would have been able to see the aurora borealis light up the central New York sky here. New York, it looks like New York will have more than a dazzling firework display over on New Year's Eve. Who doesn't want to start 2025 with a super rare celestial event? Well, we didn't see this last night. For what may possibly be the first time in state history, an extremely strong aurora borealis is expected on the final night of 2024. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is tracking a strong geomagnetic storm that could trigger an aurora activity for the next 2 nights. So maybe if it's cleared, it's cloudy out there still. But this gives you an idea as far as that goes, where it's at. It's there's the map. Space weather watchers say the sun emitted multiple M and X class solar flares, which triggered a strong geometric storm. X flares are the most powerful, and 2 originated over the weekend. Strength was classified as an X 1.1 and an X 1.5. The second was powerful enough to cause a separate solar explosion on a different part of the sun, emitting to be about 125,000 miles away from it, or something like that. I don't know. The flare, I guess. The CME are now hurtling towards Earth and are expected to impact right on New Year's Eve, which is last night. The Geophysical Institute at the University of Alaska Fairbanks predicted particularly all New York will see the aurora borealis. So if you're in New York and you were out last night and you had clear skies, you were able to see it. So there we have that, the aurora borealis, as far as that goes. And there's what it looks like right there. I think we saw it the last time, me and the missus, we walked out, and it was sort of a reddish glow in the sky. So that's a result of the sun, as far as that goes. And Tina says, we had a bad thunderstorm last night. Anything to do? No, the thunderstorm, that's completely different, Tina. That has nothing to do with it has nothing to do. That's just normal weather coming in. There's weather coming in. I guess we're supposed to get a cold Arctic air here in the next couple of days. Let me check the weather here as far as the 10-day forecast. What's the 10-day forecast? We got some nice weather here, but I think it's going to go into some really nasty weather, especially up there if along the Buffalo and Rochester areas, along the coast of the lakes there and stuff. Let's see, 10-day forecast. What are temperatures? Temperatures are supposed to drop. But no, that thunderstorm had nothing to do with that last night, Tina. Let's see. We're at 43 today. It's dropping down to 30. Saturday, going to the weekend, it's down in the 20s. Next Monday, it'll be in the low 20s. Yeah, so next week we'll be in the low 20s. So temperatures are dropping. No snow in the forecast, really. Maybe some flurries. But they're talking about an Arctic air coming down here. And usually January going into February, I call it the icebox cold. That's what I call it. We're going to get the icebox cold weather that comes in as far as that goes. Oh, what happened there? Come back. Oh, you know what? I forgot to plug that in. I plugged the wrong one in. What happened there? My Surface 3 just went out. I plugged in the wrong plug. There we go. I'll charge it up. Let's see if that brings it back up. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, Jane. I appreciate you being here. You got to go? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for spending a little of your time with us. I greatly appreciate that, Jane, down there in Long Island. Great to see you here, Jane. You have a great day, and Happy New Year to you and your family. The very best to your family, too. Jane is leaving the house. She's a good kid. Or I should say kid. She's older than me. She's a good person. She's a great person. Great artist. She used to broadcast her paintings there on Twitch. And okay, let's see what else we have in the news. Let's see, we don't have nothing there, so we can get rid of that. Fox 40. Nothing on Fox 40. We did nothing on H. And let's see, we did. Let's see, anything else on WNBF? Let's see, bring this back up. If I can bring that back up. I'm not sure if I can bring. Let's see. New York State increases paid family. Okay, that's it. I'm just checking. Oh, they identified that woman that was burned to death on the subway. God, that's horrific. That story right there. Let's see. The whale. Nothing going on with the whale. Oh, Walmart rejected classic Poison album over demonic cover. They didn't like the cover. It didn't appeal to Walmart. They said, no, we're not going to have that. We got Denny's that's in Vestal. They're closing. That's a good Denny's too. Oh, there we go. There's the Surface 3 coming up. And okay, nothing on channel 34, WENY. Let's see what we have on the news here. Anything coming out of Elmira? The Elmira side of the house? No. Nothing there. Okay, so looks like and nothing on My Twin Tiers. Penny Saver? No, nothing there. With this, we had okay, nothing there, nothing on Kiss. That's the same. Up there in Buffalo, anything? New store. Oh, here we go. New storm could drop. Could drop 1 to 2 feet of snow in western New York. It's going to be another long weekend. When did this come out? Okay, this weekend, I guess. Long weekend with shoveled and plowing as lake effect snow warnings in western New York. This is in western New York. Normally, they say that March comes in like a lion, but it appears as though that's going to be the mantra of 2025. New Year's Day is looking like it's going to be a snowy one. Well, it's not. I'm looking. There's no snow out there. We might get some storms. The National Weather Service has issued a lake effect snow warning for multiple counties in western New York State, starting at 7 a.m., going through Sunday to 6 p.m. Periods of rain will move through the region. As far as that goes, it appears as though we will see some rain tonight, tomorrow. They're starting tomorrow morning, that rain mix with snow. So it's mostly the big snow is out there in western New York. So we'll have to keep a watch. Of course, it's wintertime, okay? So we're going to get snow. So why wouldn't we get snow? So there we go with that. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I got my Surface 3 back up. Let me bring this up. Let's see. And that's about it on there. We did 100 years ago. And I think I'm about tapped out there. Let's see. How long have we been on? Oh, we've been on for 2 hours. So I guess we can wrap this up here. Let me see if I bring my Surface 3 back up, though. Actually, no, I don't need to bring it up. I'll just shut it down. We're at the end of the broadcast anyway. We're pushing what? We're at 2 hours right now. So, and it's oh wow, it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Let's see. We'll get rid of that. I'm just going to close out didn't have to bring it up. I don't have to bring it up. I got 3 other devices up. I don't know why I have to bring that up. As far as that goes. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here and get our day started. And I don't know, the missus and me, me check the weather map. Let me see what the weather is. Let's do a real quick check of the Doppler. Oh, wait a minute. I can do that right here. Let's see. What's the Doppler say? Local weather. What's it say? Oh, we got clouds in the air. Oh, well, they're running through. Okay. That's the radar. That's the current radar right now as far as what you're seeing right there. We might be able to get a walk in here. Let me check my other Doppler here. Yeah, we got some clouds. We got some rain clouds in the area, so let's see. Let me check my other. I got one other weather map I look at that's on Weather Underground. I like using Weather Underground. Weather Underground. Been using it for years. Oh, wow. Okay, I can see what. Well, let me bring this up. This is interesting. Okay. Let's put this in the context, what's coming in. This is the weather. Oh, wow. Okay, I can see what's coming in. Oh, wow. Let's do, before we leave here, let's do an update on the weather here. This weather just might skate by you, Tina. Let me bring this up real quick, folks, and we'll end with this. Let's bring up the weather map. Let's see. I got to turn this map off. Oh, we'll keep that up there. We can keep that up there. I use Farmers. That's a good page too. I haven't been there in a while, but that's a good page. Let's see. Okay, let me turn off my ticker tape. And there we go. That's the current weather around New York. And as you can see, we go down to, there's Binghamton right there, and I'm the next county over. So we got rain coming in right now. And right behind that, you can see that's the snow. And Tina, you're down here. That looks like that's going to skate right over northern New Jersey. So, but you can see there's a lot of weather going on right here, a lot of mix. That's how it looks. And we got the weather out west. So that's what they're talking about, the Arctic air coming in. I'm not a techie. I use the book. Okay, use the book. Oh, use the book. Oh, okay. Well, Farmer's Almanac. I'll just Google Farmer's Almanac and you'll see it on page 2. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Over in Europe, there's Europe. Got some weather right over the English Channel there. And let's see, down in Africa, nothing going to Africa. Nothing really going on in the Pacific Rim. Australia, they got some rain in Australia. New Zealand, nothing. Let's zip over to Hawaii. What do we got in Hawaii? Hawaii's clean. Look at that. Oh, they got a few clouds there as we're swinging back to the United States. So there we have it. And let's go back into New York. And here's where we have the weather in the Northeast. So it's winter. It's January. So there we have it, folks. There's the weather as far as that goes. And that's where we're going to leave it as far as that too, as far as that goes there. Turn that off. And we're out of here. So let's go ahead and I want to say thank you to you, Tina, for being here. Greatly appreciate it as far as that goes, our Jersey girl. I want to say thank you to Bill Weaver. Bill Weaver came in from on the YouTube. I worked with Bill Weaver. Thank you for being here, Bill. Dr. Greg, Gregor P940, 94. Dr. Greg from Scotland. He was in the house. Thank you, Greg. Thank you for being here. And we had, let's see, we had, who else? Oh, we had Steve that came in, I think. Oh, no, we had Thamer. Thamer came in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you for being here, Thamer. Greatly appreciate it. And we had Jane. Jane came in. Jane Surma Art. Jane, thank you for being here. She popped in. Always a pleasure to have Jane here. She's a great person. And she's right down in Long Island. I could go down. We could sit down there and visit her and have a coffee with her. I think she'd like that. Big Juice coming in from Steve, coming in from Ohio. Thank you for being here, Big Juice. Greatly appreciate that, my friend, and for being here. And I think that's about it. Excuse me. And Tina says, "Thank you, child. Glad to see you. Glad to see you, Tina. Thank you." As we had our regular Tina, one of our regulars here. Greatly appreciate you being here, Tina. Even though we were an hour late, we still had a good broadcast here. And thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. And I guess with that, that's about all we have for now. We will be broadcasting again Friday. This isn't the Friday. This is the Wednesday. I got to do some changes of the title here, post-production. And I just want to say thank you for being here. We're starting off the new year on a good foot. Positive start to the year. Hashtag positive start to the year. Hashtag PSTTD. Just the same thing as positive start to the day. Hashtag positive start today. Hashtag PSTTD. So thank you very much, all that were in the chat. Thank you for those that were sitting back watching. And for those that are watching a replay, thank you also. Greatly appreciate it. And the people that are listening on the audio pod, on the replay audio on Spotify for Creators, thank you. But I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich. You can follow me over there on X. That's where I my mainstay on these social media platforms. You want to know what I'm doing or what I'm thinking about, go ahead and check out at Fireman Rich on X. It is king of all the social media feeds, in my opinion. Okay? And if you don't agree with that, well, we agree that we disagree. As far as that goes, we have more platforms than you can shake a stick to be on these days. So, but do be kind when you are using them, as far as that goes, and respectful. And but you all have a great one on this January 1st, 2025. You all have a great one. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Let's crank out the outro music here. Ciao for now.
you